Hello, gamers and geeks. Welcome to another D&D session. I'm Anthony, I'm the DM, and I run games of Dungeons and Dragons on the Games and Geekery Discord server, this one right here. And you can join it if you want. There's a link in the description below. And you can also help me afford the move, because we've bought a house and it's really expensive, by becoming an emotional support goblin. Or not! If you want, yeah. If you don't want to get your notifications flooded with lots and lots of D&D videos, including a huge back catalogue, then don't subscribe and like this video. Or support us in any way at all. Be like that. Anyway, let's get on with the game. Who have we got playing today?
Animal, vegetable.
Animal, vegetable.
I play Ebba, who is a level 11 reborn half-drow wizard necromancer.
Yep, all of that.
Yes,
Phone is
he is
being
all of that.
dick.
Who wants to go next?
Who is going next?
Look like Aru is.
Okay.
Oh, I'm Zin. I play Aru Otaku, the Lightling Artificer Lich, and they are unable to speak, apparently.
Oh, nice weekend.
I will soon. He's okay.
MK1.
I'm Amanda. I forgot who I am today. Amanda, you are playing Scarlet, the Magma Mephit Barbarian.
I mean,
Thank
to
you.
be fair, she can't have forgotten she was a barbarian. That's not happening.
She isn't always a barbarian. Sometimes we do a
Yeah,
random
but
one
she's a
shot.
barbarian a lot.
Yeah.
Barbarians are cool.
Yeah, they are. It's my favorite. Yeah, yeah. Alrighty. So, Night Watch.
I do like orange.
Hi, I am Nightwatch. I'm a Twilight Warforged cleric of Selena Praise the Moon. I'm still currently reading my book, so my daughter, pick up Green Child, Marceline, the Vine-born sidekick, will
Yeah.
help the party in my stead
Just
Woot
like
woot.
sense.
with her armies of giving people advantage by throwing plushies at her enemies.
Alright. Finally, my phone's picking up Wi-Fi. Okay. And...
I can go next.
Yay, Malrock.
I am Rob. I play Malrock, the Goliath Death Knight Paladin Sorcerer.
Woot.
Quite the mouthful.
That's what she said.
Oh my god.
Oh,
Let's not go there. Let's just not.
Suri?
I play Sooty, the Tiefling Druid, although I'm going to be switching characters this session, so you'll find out who next.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, I'm sorry.
There was strange music playing
Hug.
in the background. Hug.
Yeah, I'm listening to the Pokemon theme song.
Oh, okay.
Can't help that.
I suppose I'm left.
Yes. You are.
I'm playing.
You are right. You are left.
Yeah. I will be playing Yaz, the Dampier Bard Rogue.
Okay.
Woot. The librarian.
Yep. The knowledgeable one who is a coward.
Mm-hmm. And is no doubt somewhat frustrated, but also pleased about their current situation, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Aru said in response to Ebba saying, "Let's not go there." That's also what she said. All right.
Of course it is.
What happened last time we played?
Stuff.
Mm-hmm. Very descriptive. Love it. That's very helpful.
Lot.
The party decided to get out of the necropolis by going down one of the sub tunnels further away from the fighting, hoping it would be easier to get through. But before actually exiting, they checked a couple of tunnels and found a hospital, basically, down one of them. That everybody decided they were going to. Well, almost everybody decided they were not going to mess with. Yaz decided she needed a snack, and so she hit the brain of one of the drow. At the time, they were dreaming or trancing or having visions of Lolth in their head, so they just thought their Spider Queen bit them. Very fun. And then the party decided they were going to go down the other path that they'd seen, past what they thought were just slaves that morphed into fiends as the party approached, which caused a fight, and it was dealt with as best as could be. And then everybody continued on trying to get down the cave systems and out somewhere before there was a loud rumble. Extremely loud rumble, and earth shaking and walls cracking and and whatnot, leading to the entrance, or the cave entrance that they were going to exit out of, being blocked. And everybody deciding that the best thing to do would be to use their scroll of teleportation to teleport to the center of Traveler's Rest.
Which
was fully restored and bustling.
Much to your surprise.
And they then everybody talking to some of the townspeople and hearing that, like, there was this weird painting in the temple that was there. Everybody decided they were going to go off to the temple and see what was going on there. And yeah, there was a mural of the previous, well, of the party, previous to the town's destruction, doing what they do, being their chaotic selves. And the priest there was like, we don't really know where the painting came from. It was sort of there when we woke up. Everybody was like, what is it? And Yaz decided that the best thing to do would be to see what kind of magics were permeating the area. the strongest magic was Chrono-G,
Time magic.
followed by time magic, followed by conjuration, summoning, or
Mm-hmm.
whatever, creation.
Yeah.
This confused her and made her want to get out of town. But because there was so much time magic, it was kind of hard to see because it was just everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
And as the last as she was dropping the concentration on her detect magic, the last remnants of the thing were fading. She got a message in her head from what sounded like a kindly old woman saying, "Come find me and I'll give you answers," which freaked her out because no one else heard that, and that's creepy.
Mm-hmm.
And then Oliver decided he needed to explain everything that the party had done, which absolutely gave information overload to the poor librarian, causing her to faint. and then
And
everybody started to shrug.
I suppose you could go find the previous episode to find out what they had done, but basically he dropped a big chunk of a substance called life glass in the middle of town and absorbed all the all the living energy of everyone in the town, essentially wiping out the town. Yeah.
Yeah. They had destroyed the town, and I was like, we did this. It's no big deal. It was just, it was just a Tuesday.
Yep, as well as any magical energy, you are correct. It's a magical black hole, basically.
Yeah. That kind of just blatant disregard for anything and all that other stuff just kind of overloaded for yes. But when she woke up, they were on their way. I think we were trying to head our way to Gate.
Mm-hmm.
But wound up as we wound up near the dark forest.
Darkwood.
The dark woods. Yeah, the dark woods. Everybody but Scarlet started smelling
gingerbread.
The telltale gingerbread, and a path magically opened.
Yep, the trees.
Through the wood.
The trees and other foliage moved out of the way to give you a path.
I think they've dissolved that anyway, though, because not there anymore.
Inviting people to follow the path, and then there was arguments as to whether or not we were going to go down the path, because half of the party was like, "It's a trap, this can't be a good thing," and the other half were like, "But it smells good and I need answers and my head hurts."
I'm just a bit worried about
But eventually everybody decided to go down the path and found a hut with the door being opened by a kindly old lady
Alright.
whose face had been on the images of Wolf that Yaz had seen in the Drow's head, meaning that, this, having been told that, people having been told that, Wolf wasn't Wolf at the moment, or at least the images the Drow were getting were not coming from their Spider Queen, they were being overridden by somebody else, meant that we had found the person who was overriding the goddess's power. Got invited in, ate some gingerbread, being tested if we were worthy or whatever she does. And then we're ushered into an extra dimensional space outside of time, where several members of the party saw themselves from the future or the past or any number of times in between, because timey-wimey wibbly wobbly nonsense.
Yeah, timey-wimey bullshit. Yeah.
But we were handed over to a nice young lady
This,
who
this, by the way, is the kind of gingerbread I'm talking about whenever I say gingerbread. Not like the gingerbread biscuits, or gingerbread men, but like the cakey type, which is made with, I believe in America it's called molasses, and in the UK black treacle, which is a very syrupy, sticky, unrefined form of sugar.
So, but yeah, but we were handed off to a nice young lady named Lynn, who was guiding us around. He has eventually figured out, once her synapses started firing better, was just a younger version of Grandma.
Mm-hmm.
Because, of course, it is. As I said, they were given the tour and said that if they decide that they're going to stay there, they will go through some sort of ceremony and be given full knowledge of how the academy operates and that sort of thing. And many of the party members were offered a return to their humanoid forms.
Yeah, to be re-alived.
To give up their undead aspects if they so chose, and to basically be very happy there, but to never really leave again.
Why would you? Everything that you need is there. It's a perfect place to study magic and become more powerful and understand yourselves better without having to...
Yeah.
But yes. What's the D10 for, Aru?
But
Why
yeah,
did you roll the D10, Aru? Oh, okay.
Kidomi?
He's doing something. Anyway,
That's fine. Anywho, but yeah, so what was I saying? So yeah, basically, everybody's just been kind of thinking about what they plan to do with this information. Yeah, information and opportunity. That's pretty much where we left it, including what was going on in the in-between chat.
Yeah.
There wasn't much in-character discussion. It was mostly out-of-character thoughts of what people might do. So,
yes.
whenever we're ready, we can jump back into...
As you were doing the recap, it just occurred to me that Night Watch. Yes, you have to spend 80 hours reading this book. However, time is weird in Grandma's Academy, and if you want,
Agreed.
you can play as future Night Watch, who has already finished reading it.
Sure.
It's up to you, because you can still play as Marceline if you prefer. Your choice.
I'll do both, but just... Yeah. You gotta just put not watching a classroom, and then she just like, hey guys!
Yeah. Absolutely. So yeah, the rest of the party can bump into a version of Night Watch who's already finished reading that book and is... Yeah. Cool.
Yep.
Yeah, wibbly wobbly timey wimey nonsense. Yeah. So, yeah, you're in basically the quad of the public area, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
As I look around, Do we see any of the youngest members of the Academy, Anthony?
Not yet.
Okay.
um. So. Lynn is going to ask you, ask if there's any particular aspects of magic that each of you would like to learn more about. And strangely enough, she's going to ask Scarlet first. Amanda?
I missed the question, but Rob was just saying that they're wanting to know if I want to change my form.
No, they're asking if there's any particular aspect of magic that you'd be interested in.
Oh, not, I don't know, not really. Magic confuses me.
Really? Says Lynn. You use it all the time.
Excuse me, sorry.
Where do you think your strength comes from? What do you think fuels your rage? She says.
Getting angry and chopping people's heads off.
Anger alone doesn't make you stronger, or at least it doesn't make anyone else stronger. And yet you have the ability to channel your emotions through your muscles and turn it into physical force. What would you call that but magic? You can learn more of that if you want.
I wouldn't mind more of that, but I'm still not entirely convinced it's magic.
What would you call it? Being able to channel your life energy like that.
Power.
Stubbornness.
No.
Power. Okay. We can go with that. We can call it power. Some call it key.
Do I need to tell Granma Doctor? Okay.
There are martial applications to magic, is my point. What about you, Sooty? You seem like you like the natural arts of magic.
Yeah, I do.
Want to learn more of that? Or would you prefer to learn more about the vibrations of the world?
I do want to investigate that side of the magic that I'm not familiar with.
Very well. We actually have a rather famous bard studying here.
Tell it down.
He was on his way to the city of Gate to find a item known as the Loot of Looting, and was invited to join us at the Academy.
Good.
Would you like to meet the famous Kiernan the Bard?
Yeah.
Excellent.
I'd love to.
Yes, go to the doctor's.
Right this way.
Sooty will also bring her child, Rosie, with her, because she's not going to leave Rosie alone.
Fair enough. Okay. So,
Came to get the gun, and then there are gunshots.
TBD. Yeah. So Lynn will take you to one of the classrooms where there are quite that's quite full, and a flustered-looking, middle-aged human bard is trying his very best to get the class to listen to him and cooperate.
Dent's just bringing him now. He's just down the road. Two guys tried to rob the train.
At the side of the classroom are a couple of ladies who are talking amongst themselves while Kiernan absolutely
Yes, Mary here is.
flops in front of his audience. There's a variety of people of different ages in the audience, in the class. Amongst them, that there are some young children. There's an older person that looks like they are fairly orcish, but have traits that make them look a little elfin too, which is a strange combination. And you also see a familiar-looking warforged in there, just seemingly just watching the show, not even taking any notes. It's Night Watch, by the way.
So is this guy here one of the guys who tried to rob, or is it...
Anyone want to say anything?
I guess like future Night Watch. I guess sees that the door is open and like Study gets up from her chair. I guess goes over to her and stuff.
Unless you got one.
Where did you guys go? Like I was after reading my book, I tried to find you guys, but I took a little bit, but I finally found you. Where did everyone go?
A little girl in the class says, "I told you they'd be here."
I think one's launched. I'm not sure.
Who is that?
You know her as Greta. You made friends with her a moment ago, when she suggested you come to this classroom and wait for your party here.
Okay. Okay, girl, you were right.
Always am.
Gee, I guess
Lynn says she grows out of that, I promise.
Okay, yeah.
Lynn
You need
looks
to
like...
get back to the party and ask them, how the heck did I get here?
You'd have all the memories of the other Night Watch. You are the
Yeah, but the other Night Watch was very occupied reading and studying her book.
Oh, right, yeah. Yeah, you didn't know how you got to the academy. This is true. Fair enough.
Yeah, she was literally in the pocket dimension until Aru dumped her out and she was still, not caring.
Night Watch was a jack in the box. Okay, does anybody want to explain to Night Watch how she got here?
Aru dumped you out of a chest.
Hi, I don't know you. Where's Deanne?
Your friend. I was ordered to be a replacement for your friend by one of the lords of the necropolis.
Oh.
Because he apparently had work he needed to do, and yeah, I don't fully understand it, and I don't think I need to or really want to.
Excuse me, I would appreciate if you would stop interrupting my class. It is very important that they understand that they understand the nuances of crafting a saga. One of the ladies, well, like, sitting as if their teaching assistant says, "Come off it, Kiernan, you wrote one epic poem that lasted throughout history. Get over yourself already."
Yeah, we should probably go.
Can Yaz try to create an epic poem or an epic song on the fly? Just because.
You want Yasrara to just suddenly make up an epic poem on the fly?
Yeah. Yeah, I kind of do.
Alright, do a performance check with disadvantage.
Okay. Still a dirty 20.
Wow. Okay. Yasrara starts. What would the subject of this song be?
A great elven hero.
A great elven hero.
She's half elf, so why not a great elven hero?
Fantastic.
Well, she was half elf.
While you do so, the half elf, half orc in the classroom suddenly stands up on their desk and starts playing their instrument. A lot of the other kids start clapping along. Or joining in on the chorus once they get the rhythm of it, you know? Enough, says Kiernan. Behave yourselves. And one of
Yaz is going to bow and then quickly duck out of the room, having shown up an instructor.
By the way, given that you are a librarian, can you do a history check for me?
Sure. I believe that's a plus. Yeah. No, that's one of the big ones. That's a plus 12.
Dirty 20 again. Okay, one of the quote-unquote teaching assistants is a very famous entertainer known as Alexa. She and her band, called the Echoes, famously did a impressive performance in the fields north of the Darkwood a few decades ago, and were never seen or heard from again since. Like they went through a portal at the climax of their concert, and no one ever heard from them again. But
well, that explains that.
And the other is her face rings a bell too, but you can't quite place it.
Then I'm going to try to study the face a little. The one that's I'm not quite putting together yet.
Okay.
I'll linger on it just a few more seconds, but try not to make it creepy or whatever.
Do an arcana.
And then do an arcana. Okay. That also is a plus 12. That is a crappy roll.
It's okay. Have this group delivered anything in City of Gate before?
Some of them have, yes.
Specifically the
Yes.
Temple District?
Yes, we did.
Yeah, and then got harassed by the mob.
Mm-hmm. What's... Okay. So, Ebba and Nightwatch. Okay, your history sucks, Nightwatch. I mean, you got a 15.
My history is good.
Yeah. Something about her face rings a bell for you as well. You can do history or arcana. Aaron, were you there in the party when you went to the Temple District? Was Aru in the party? Yeah, cool. Then you can do it too.
So, yeah.
Been here the whole time. Okay. 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 Yeah. So, Ebba realizes that the face is remarkably similar to that preachy woman you saw outside the on the steps of the Temple of Redemption. And
I'd be like, oh, I've seen her before.
And Yasrora would realize that this is the woman that this is the tiefling that led a previous demonic incursion into through the city of Gate that had previously pretty much destroyed it. The place had to be rebuilt after that, but the demons were driven back, partly with her help, actually, after, according to legend, a gnomish artificer enlarged themselves and shot her at point-blank range in the chest as she was changing into a like greater demon form. But apparently the radiant energy blast was enough to drive the demonic essence out of her, and
Do you want so after
I'm sorry, what? You're very surprised to see her here because according to that original legend that she's been trying to redeem herself ever since. It wasn't Dimble Gimble. It was a different game entirely. A very early iteration of the City of Gate games.
Not everything is Nimble Dimble's fault.
Dimble Gimble.
The whole world.
It was actually a player character. And so was she. It was a fun arc. But anyway, yes. Yasrara knows the story. And is surprised to see her here. But yeah, Kiernan is still trying to get the you realize that you recognize Kiernan as well from as the author of the Ballad of Bashomir the Bald. But yeah, Kiernan's still trying to get the class under control. The class is continuing to sing the refrain of the song that Yasrora sang just off the cuff. It's a good time. The half elf starts doing tricks. Sooty, is there anybody that you'd particularly like to speak to? Sooty, can you hear me? I'm guessing not. They were having technical issues before.
Raw.
Oh, you are there. Fantastic.
Yeah.
So, did you hear any of what I just described? Fuck, she's muted again. Never mind.
Sorry, you mentioned about the Alexa and the Echoes
Yeah.
and Brent.
The lead
with
singer of
the-
the Alexa of the Echoes is there. The woman who led a demonic incursion in City of Gate is there, but you don't recognize her because that was Yasrora. But although you would recognize her as actually, was Sooty with the party when they visited City of Gate Temple District?
Yes, she was, but
Okay.
I thought.
Then
Oh
you-
wait, no, City's with them because she was going to the Bard class.
Yeah, she's with them because she's joining the Bard class. So that's why I'm saying, at this point, would Sooty sort of like decide to sit in the class and listen to what Kiernan is saying, or
Yeah, probably.
be the only one that's actually paying attention while everyone else is going off the rails?
Yeah, probably.
Fun. All right. Yeah. So, is Aru interested in any of this? As Sooty sits down, Kiernan tries desperately to resume the class, and he's talking about how everything that exists is vibrations, and that the essence of true magic, in his opinion, is understanding and manipulating these vibrations. That, or an aspect of that, might catch Aru's attention.
Are you trying to talk about the harmonics of the web? Of the weave?
Ah, yes! Someone understands! Yes! Exactly!
You're going to have to simplify it and make it more interesting if you're going to catch your students' attention, though. You're so dry and boring.
All the world is a song! How's that? Or do you think you can do better?
I mean, what he said does sound very poetic. I'm saying that to the teacher.
Yeah.
I'm saying that the teacher's words are very poetic.
Yeah, the Kiernan, yeah. Thank you! Thank you!
They fit poetry themes, but they're just... There's no oomph. There's no passion. It's just... It's somebody reading a poetry textbook. It doesn't...
Look,
it's not going to
Look,
grab...
lady, once you've understand the theory, you are better able to be creative because you have more tools in your kit. You have better brushes to paint with. You have higher quality strings.
Anthony,
Yeah.
can I teach his class better than he can? Please let me teach his class better than he can.
What do you say? Or do you want to just show performance and see?
I, as the player, don't know what would be appropriate, but I know that Yaz would definitely know, has the knowledge to pull off like the basics of
Yeah, because you're a fucking librarian. Yes.
of harmonic magic and whatnot, being a bard and a librarian, and has the personality, even though I don't always play it right. But she's supposed to have like the.
She's got the charisma.
She's got the charisma and the valley, like the half valley girl personality, the very bubbly, bouncy get that I just can't pull off right now because I'm too tired and
That's fine.
whatever. So let me either roll persuasion or performance or something to try to do it in a,
Yes. Mechanical.
Yeah.
Go for it.
Please be good. Please be good.
Teacher off. 20. Okay. So, you describe you explain in much more poetic terms with a tone that sounds musical, that is almost a charm spell in its own right, that everything that exists has its own frequency, its own resonance, and if you can find its natural resonance, you can catch that wave and shape it and alter it, and in doing so alter its state, alter its matter, alter its existence, so that instead of being one thing it becomes another.
And that class is how you can literally learn to paint with all the colors of the wind.
Yes. You get a standing ovation, including from Alexa. I like this teacher. This one's good. Kiernan storms off and it goes into what you assume is his private study. And Alexa says, "All right, class, who's sick of the theory and wants to actually sing?" And the class cheer, and so begins another off-the-cuff performance.
Oh, I'm a horrible. I almost feel bad, but I know that I feel in my heart that that's exactly what Yaz would have done.
Lynn's gonna ask Yaz, "You'd make a great teacher. I'm really looking forward to you leading your initiation."
Yeah, it's only been my profession for, well, that and just studying history has been my passion since I was little, so it kind of makes sense.
To be honest, we were expecting someone else, but you are a very welcome addition to the academy.
Who were you expecting?
A lad called Dion, somebody who was a member of the noble bloodline.
Oh yeah, him. His family sent me to the rest of them as a replacement. He's a little busy. His more what I've understood, he's having some mental issues.
I see. Oh, this is exciting, she says, suddenly. I know you guys didn't hear that because you don't have your amulets yet, but there's something going on in one of the other study labs. If you want to stay here and sing and play your instruments, that's fine, but if you want to see something fun and strange, follow me. And of course, if you can help contain the problem, that would be great too. Aru will definitely go see something fun and strange. Nightwatch follows too. Okay, and Ebba?
Yep, and she will also look very confused as she picks up her daughter and like, why is there another me?
This
How
place,
is there another me?
this place exists outside of standard time, in between the span of a heartbeat.
Night watch blue screens. What? It's okay. And she just starts trying to give Night watch gingerbread that she's been saving for her.
To put it very simply, the way I understand this place is there could be an infinite number of any one of us wandering these hallways at any one time, because time does not apply to these halls.
Mm-hmm. You're outside of space and time. Yep.
We are in something like a pocket dimension outside of space and time.
Technically,
so,
it's more like several pocket dimensions stitched together with doors, but yeah, says Lynn.
Oh.
Scarlet says, completely normal.
Well,
okay, I'll be on the watch out for, I guess, different selves of us.
you can talk to yourself. It's okay because we're outside of time. Like what you would think would happen if you talk to yourself doesn't happen. There's no universe collapsing explosions or large magical backlashes or weird monstrosities created or.
Well,
I'm going to shut up now because I'm not helping.
Sometimes there are monstrosities, but you know. And as for the magical paradoxes that are created, that all just loops back into the structure of the academy itself. Paradoxes can be very powerful. Now, though most of the time there is no paradox. Most of the time when you meet your older self will remember the conversation and be able to explain to the previous self exactly what the previous self needs to hear, because they completely remember being in their position. Most of the time. Aru says, no clue, but I saw older me giving older Sooty a kiss. My brain hurts the more you talk about it, says Malrock.
Yeah, it is really confusing. I'm barely holding it together, and like I said, this is my field of study. So, but yeah, there are very powerful forces at play here, and we should be getting to this lab because you said you might need help.
Yes. Let's go. And you see a you go out into the corridor, and you see some slimy ooze creature literally like pouring out of the door. There's a skeleton with a gem in his head trying to keep it at bay. And another handsome looking being that's helping them out. They're not quite human. They're a little uncanny. Their eyes are a little too big and too bright. Their perfectly curled hair is sticking out from under their hood. There's a strange sort of lighting effect on them that must be magical in nature.
Okay,
But they're also trying to fight back this ooze.
Religion?
Religion? Alright.
I was thinking like that guy seemed like he's looked like his characteristics of maybe an angel or a deva, or at least maybe
okay.
I'm not going to have to start picking you up because
Not
I am a
for artifice.
I swear to God, I am.
Celestial child singing ASMR.
Asima, yeah. You can...
Your mom won't let me let you blog.
It's okay.
Jeff, thank you. Yeah, you can do an Arcana Raw history check to see if you recognize if they're Asimar or not. That's fine. Yeah, you think they might be.
Fascinating. Is this where the lab is, or do we keep on going?
This is the lab.
Oh, okay.
This is the problem that they're dealing with. This big oozy mess. The ooze, the skeleton creature fails to keep the slime at bay, and the ooze seems to consume him, which is fun.
Oh god. Did Cass take you away, did he? Yes.
What do you guys want to do?
Right, I'm back.
What?
I try to talk it down.
You're gonna try and talk to the ooze?
Cassius?
Yeah, I'm gonna try to talk to the slime, cause I don't have any other option. I don't have anything else I could do.
Remember I told you last night to take Mary off somewhere?
There are other people in the party, and maybe they can help.
On your own?
Yeah. I know. I'm just.
Well, this thing is clearly aggressive. Do you guys want to roll initiative?
Just have time with yourselves.
Yes.
Awesome. Let me just... Ooh, actually, that's an idea.
Why not? Honestly, though, Mary, you need to spend some time with Mary.
Too high.
Just Mary. She won't tell you herself.
What is this lesson? Is this what not to do with the news?
Bill is a little bit over-enthusiastic at times, and it seems that that one of the subjects of his experiments have gotten out again. Don't worry about Bill. As long as we retrieve the gemstone that was in his head, we can find him a new body. Hopefully one that
Same goes for her with here.
is consenting or dead.
I think she just drew a bit.
But if we could clear away this ooze first, that would be good.
She's feeling really down. She's had a hell of a week.
content. Let's try and find something better.
Oh, I wish. And if I did, I'd give it to you straight. I just... Right, okay. I don't think Mary understands that. I think you need to speak to her about what's happening.
There are two names, but I couldn't understand the first. What was it? Bill?
I know, but...
Is that the name that you didn't catch before?
She might not think that's why.
Yeah, the skeleton's name was Bill. She hasn't mentioned the name of the handsome young man.
I'm just kind of...
I'm sure that they will speak up soon enough.
She's at the doctor's office now.
Okay.
Is the handsome young man you know who?
Who do you think it is?
Is it Mr. BD?
Mr. BD?
Blood Dancer.
No, Blood Dancer was joined the party in the classroom and presumably followed them out, right?
Yeah, he would have.
Yeah. No. Fine. I'll make it obvious.
Yeah.
Zane, it's Orin. Okay. You'll find out. Okay. Apart from the evil person in BG3, yeah. There is that. So you Aaron, by the way, you'd know that Bill was experimenting with merging different types of oozes to try and make one that had traits of several, and it's gone horribly wrong, obviously. So anyway, if Arrow is fighting, they're on 22. Arrow is okay.
I may have just given Cass an earful.
I think 12 is the highest after one of the monsters. No, 13. Shan, is the 13 Sooty or Blood Dancer? Because I'm assuming that's Blood Dancer. Okay.
Yes. Hug.
And Yaz on 12. Ebba on 11. And then Scarlet on 7. But yeah, I think you can actually roll again and pick a higher number, Scarlet.
Oh yeah, I forgot my advantage.
Yes, you did. And then Nightwatch on 6.
Sorry, that's what we're rolling.
Re-rolling. 21, that's better.
What are we rolling?
No, only if you have advantage, and Scarlet has advantage. You haven't rolled at all, have you? Okay, yeah.
No.
I need an initiative roll, please. All right, there we go. That's +7, so you're actually there. Okay. Oh dear. DM has snacks. Yes, I've got a lollipop. Aru goes first.
You have good luck.
Here you go, Sean. Come and get it. Okay.
I have my own lollipops.
Okay, then. So, Aru is going to cast Haste on Scarlet. Scarlet, that essentially gives you double speed and an extra attack. Which is fun. Yeah, and of course, +2 to AC. Yep. Okay. So yeah, and then it's Scarlet's turn, who is going to get 3 attacks, essentially. And you can make one of those attacks a fire breath if you want.
That is exactly what I'm going to do.
Sweet. So first, the ooze needs to make a dex save.
I'll check what I've got in this bank actually.
Okay. So that's 75% of the mass fails. So how much damage do you do? It would be 2d6 fire damage. Eight. Okay. So. Now, fun. Yeah. Yeah. Doesn't seem to like that much.
And then I'm going to attack with my great axe.
Yeah, it's 2 attacks. So 2 iterations of d20 plus 9. Very nice. That hits. How much damage do you do?
Two D12.
That's
right.
Yeah, 2d12 plus 14. $18. Very nice. So yeah. Yeah. So.
Don't do it, George. No, it's not fine.
Well, that's
1,
not
2,
good, is
3,
it?
4,
1 and
5,
3.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Yeah. What are you saying? What's not good? The you only got a 1 and a 3. Yeah. It's all right because the swing of the axe actually cleaves the ooze in two, so now you're fighting two big masses of slime. Yay. Which is fun. Alright. Malrock, what do you want to do?
I shall activate my Spirit Shroud. And if I'm not mistaken, it's Radiant, Necrotic, or Cold damage I can use.
Okay.
So I'm going to try Cold on this thing.
Okay.
Maybe if I can freeze it.
Like the blob.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that's exactly what they did in the movie. But yeah, it's exactly like that.
Mm-hmm.
My brain just went, it's gelatinous, maybe it'll just freeze.
Worth a shot. 15 and 30. Yup. How much damage? $46. Nice.
Okay.
All right. Okay. And what type of weapon is that?
It's the Holy Avenger. Or Unholy Avenger.
It's a slashing weapon, isn't it?
Yeah.
You chopped off another. Yeah, the bit that you were attacking has now been split into two again.
Damn it, now there's 3 of them. That one's my fault.
Yeah, screw it. Let's make this easier for myself.
Did the cold seem to do anything?
Yes. Yes, it did.
Excellent. I can keep that up for a minute.
I'm not gonna say it. Not gonna say it.
Oh, that's disappointing.
Anyway,
Um,
after Malrock, it's the the two that the two bits that Malrock just attacked are going to attack Malrock. It actually extrudes, each of them extrude a piece of themselves to make them look like other members of your party. One of them looks like Ebba, and the other looks like Scarlet. And then check. 4. What? 2, so 8. D20 plus 7. Two pseudopods come from each. And go whack whack. Well, actually, 4 pseudopods come from each. Whack 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 whack. Whack 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 whack. On Malrock. How many of those don't hit? So 1, 2, 3, 4 of them hit you. Yeah. Okay. So thanks.
can I try to make the 19 miss?
How?
Cutting words.
What's the die? Let's have a look. Because I'm sure you're busy driving right now. Your bardic inspiration is a D6 still?
Yeah, because I'm not that much bard.
Okay. So 3 off the 19 would bring it down to 16, which would indeed miss. So that's only 3 of them hitting.
Yay, useful.
Mm-hmm. So that would be 44 points of bludgeoning and psychic damage to Malrock. And then could you also make a wisdom save at disadvantage? Please, Malrock.
Just double checking my score. My phone's being slow.
Okie dokie.
Would have. Yes.
Felt the wind from that horse, Jesus.
Oh, that's a pass. That's a pass. Oh, you didn't do a disadvantage though. Get a roll again.
Oh yes. Right. Sorry.
Okay, that's still a pass. You're fine. You're good. And then it is Blood Dancer's turn. What is Blood Dancer gonna do?
Charge in like the madman he is and hit it with a green flame blade.
Is it your gnarly two-handed sword that you're using?
All okay, Mary?
Not sure he'd risk pulling that out with the possibility of accidentally absorbing that gem he's not supposed to absorb.
Excuse me?
Okay.
If there's no possibility of him harming Bill, he'd gladly bring it out.
There's currently one large mass and two medium-sized masses. What do you want to attack?
Pull out his...
It looks like the stone is in one of the medium-sized masses.
Right, then he'll go for a big one. With, his buddy Black Razor.
Cool.
Okay. If I recall, Black Razor allows me to do...
It's a d20 plus 10.
Yes. D20 plus 10.
That hits.
Okay.
2d6 plus 10.
I think we're going to.
Doesn't it have Shadow Blade attached to it, or does
No,
it
no,
not?
no. But you got the green flame blade attached to it.
Yeah.
So, and you're level 10. Well, level 11 now. So, it
That-
should be. Yeah. An additional 2d8 fire damage.
Okay, so the Black Razor does 2d6.
Mm-hmm.
Plus
10, I think.
plus the
Plus the 2d8 from Green Flame Blade.
plus the
Oh, I know what the
plus-
10's. Did you put Hexblade's Curse? No, you didn't put Hexblade's Curse because you
no,
Green Flame Blade instead.
no, because that
Oh no, but you can. You can because Green Flame Blade is an action, Hexblade's Curse is a bonus action. So you could, if you want to, get and do the Hexblade's
yeah.
Curse.
So I'll add hex to it as well, which would add a d6 necrotic.
No. Hexblade's Curse, which is what gives it a. So normally the Black Razor does 2d6 plus 7, but because of Hexblade's Curse, it brings it up to a 2d6 plus 10. So altogether,
okay.
It's 2d6 plus 10 plus 2d8.
Okay.
And you
There
can
we go.
also do 2d8 separately to another target within 5 feet of you. So you can do it against one of the other oozes if you want.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Now,
I mucked that up
If you need anywhere to go, just.
to the other one.
You
now, of course, since Black Razor is a slashing weapon, this black ooze splits into two.
Yeah.
So now there are 4 oozes. Yay!
You just hear the half orcish elf guy go, "Sorry, not sorry. This is fun." He says it with a bit of a funny accent, though.
Funny, haha.
Funny, uh-huh.
My-yah-hee.
Give me hugs.
Okay. So, It's now Yaz. What does Yaz want to do?
I will cast Mirror Image and in my turn. Because that's my full action and I can't really do anything else.
Yep, no worries.
Since I am.
Yep.
Yep.
What do you want to do?
I am going to. Ooh, I'm going to try and disintegrate one of them. Why not? Why would I not do that?
Good news is good news, I guess.
So it has to make a dex save. I'm sure that jelly blobs are very dexterous.
Depends. Do you want to attack one of the ones that hasn't actually attacked yet? Or do you want to attack one of the ones that already attacked Malrock?
I'll attack the one that attacked Malrock.
Okay.
On my shit list, that one. Oh! And
So
it just got in there.
Half damage.
Damn thing.
Oh, wait a minute. No, it's not half damage.
And
So no one... Yep.
Just want to get away for a bit.
Disintegrate actually doesn't say that it takes half damage if it succeeds. It's an all or nothing spell. Oops.
Target buys most on a failed save. It takes damage is reduced to 0 hit points.
Doesn't say anything about if they succeed.
And it didn't go
That's crazy, that is, for such a high level spell.
Mm-hmm.
And it just does nothing.
Yep, that's
Even
the problem.
like fireball.
It's a save or suck.
Yeah. That is, isn't it? Oh well. Eva's like going to look kind of miffed. Like,
I'm gonna use chronomancy. Reroll that.
Nice.
Thank God. You'll hear the half-orc say, I recommend Silvery Barbs. It's a very handy spell.
So, would you like to re-roll that, please, Ebba? Oh, I get to re-roll it. Doi, I'm the idiot. I'm the idiot. I'm the one we're waiting for. All right.
I didn't roll anything.
20. Sorry.
It did even better.
Sorry.
That's alright.
I tried.
Okay, next person.
Yeah, it is Nightwatch.
Okay. Nightwatch will pull out her holy symbol and do, say, praise the moon and release a moonbeam. And I'm gonna have it at 5th level.
Okay, and which one are you targeting? There are 4 oozes right now.
What's the radius of moonbeam? Because I might
It's 5 foot.
try and get all. Okay, 5 foot radius. I guess I'll get the big one.
It's the big one's been split into 2 now. But
I'll try and get one of the next biggest one.
alright, okay, I'll just pick. Anyway, it's a con save.
Yeah.
Con save. Yeah, actually, either way, it's the same. Seven.
If that fails, and because of the Book of Exalted Deeds, that will actually increase in level.
Actually, 2 of them have created
We should also probably have the range, shouldn't we?
like a oozy image of members of the party. So There's a black oily version of Ebba and Scarlet, and the other two oozes haven't. So, which one do you want to pick on?
A person one.
Ebba or Scarlet?
Scarlet. Scarlet.
Okay, 2d10 radiant damage on the ooze that looks like Scarlet.
No, I upcast it.
Oh, okay. To
Yep.
What level?
5, but since the Book of Exalted Deeds will actually increase my spell.
So it counts as 6th, yeah. So
Yeah. 60-10?
So it would indeed be 6d10 radiant damage. Oof.
And that stays up as long as I'm concentrating, and I'll have can I have like Marceline just be that this acts on my turn?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll just have her just take out her little toy slingshot and just take out, I guess, like a rock and just slingshot the one that I hit as well.
Roll to hit. Hits. You see the stone go bloop inside it. 5 points of damage.
Take that. And we in our turn.
Yeah. Okay. After Night Watch, turn passes back to a route.
I'm a cast Dragon's Breath. Specifically cold damage.
Who are you going to cast it on?
Me.
Sweet.
Wait, it's concentrate. Never mind. Scarlet's got me. Hey. I'm just cast Magic Missile at 3rd level.
Okay. Which one are you targeting and how much damage do you do?
The Scarlet one.
Pile on the damage.
For 15 force. God 15. Damn, that's...
Okay. You see the that particular ooze diminishes slightly, looking half the size that it had been when it split. So it's now the smallest of the 4 oozes.
That's nice.
And it withdraws, pulls back the Scarlet image back into itself.
I know.
Scarlet's turn.
Never really looked at the little metal bits before.
Now, Scarlet, you can do the same trick you did before, because you're still hasted. But I just realized that, you're also a beast barbarian that can attack with your claws, and if you do attack with your claws, that would actually be a total of 4 attacks, and you can still turn one of those attacks into a into the breath attack. So you could do fire breath and 3 more attacks with your claws if you wanted to.
Oh boy, let's do that.
Sweet. So first, are you attacking the one that was impersonating you?
Seeing as everybody else is, I'll go after one of the other smaller ones.
So not the one that was impersonating you. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So it needs to do... Are you going to attack the one that's impersonating Ebba then?
Yeah.
Cool. It gets 21 on its spell save DC, so it only takes half of the 2d6 fire damage. 7. So 3. But now you can do 3 iterations of D20 plus 9 with advantage if you want to go reckless.
Yes.
Go for it. Woo! Ooh. That's a 19. Okay, you don't have that. Okay. So you get to do 3d6 plus 21 plus 3d4 of fire damage on top of that. $36 points of damage. That one also looks diminished. 8. And you can also force it to make a wisdom save if you want to do some extra psychic damage to it, or force it to attack one of its buddies. Do you want it? Do you want to use your Infectious Fury ability?
Yes, I do.
So that's a wisdom save. Wait. Why wait, Aru? What are you doing? Claws are slashing. Yes, yes, so it would split again, is what you're saying. Okay. The axe
You just had to mention it. This reminds me of now the words slip my the Minecraft magma blocks and the slime blocks.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You break one and it's into smaller pieces.
Yes. What am I trying to roll here? Wisdom save. Yep.
Now would the same tactic work with that? Like attack, like break it down until it's smaller and then attack them all small?
Each time you split it, it's each one has half the HP of the one that you split it from. Does that make sense?
That makes sense. Yeah, okay. Yeah.
So they got a 14 on its wisdom save, which is a fail. Would you like to do some extra psychic damage to it, or force it to attack one of its buddies?
I'm gonna force it to attack the one that looks like Scarlet.
Okay.
I guess I could have said myself.
No, that would be confusing. A melee attack. All right.
Alright, let me just go a sec.
All of those hit. Yeah, that one's down.
Nope.
But those are each.
How fun.
But you still got 4 ruses altogether. But, 2 of them are small. That could have been one of us. Okay, Malrock. So, of the... out of the 2 big oozes that attacked you, there's only 2 little ones left. if that makes sense.
Yes, I'm just trying to debate on what exactly I do. Because the only real spell that I have that would be any good to me would either be Thunderclap or Inflict Wounds.
Mm-hmm. Or create bonfire.
Yeah.
Or haste on yourself.
Yeah,
Or
but
the
I'm also-
fire bomb.
Or what?
I'm concentrating on my
Or
Spirit
hellfire
Shroud.
orb.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, let's Hellfire Orb in the center of the room with us just intermingled with the enemies.
Yeah.
Yeah. We will survive. Scarlet's immune to fire. I'm resistant to fire. You're the only one in danger.
This will be a one-way ticket to me getting kicked out of here.
But is it though?
It's what, our first
Hey.
day, second day?
To our knowledge,
Hellfire Orb? No.
there are no rules.
What?
We were never told any rules of what we can and can't do.
It's a...
Everyone's evacuated.
Don't blow up the school is pretty freaking obvious.
That's my thought.
Anyway.
Because I kind of feel like just continuing to like hack and slash at it isn't going to get us anywhere fast.
Well, each time you do that, you might split it into two, but each of the splits has only half of the starting HP. So, you know.
Okay, then, yeah, I guess we'll go for the slashing.
Okay, then. And of course, you've got all kinds of abilities that can amp up the damage.
Yeah, I have my Spirit Shroud going. That's my big one.
And you can smite.
Yes. 2d20 plus 12.
One of those hits. Can anybody give him a reroll?
I can.
There you go.
Me.
On one of them or both of them?
Reroll the nat 1.
He was asking if I can make him reroll both attacks.
Oh, nat 20! Okay, so you got yourself a crit. I wonder which one's gonna get the smite.
Divine Smite.
Well,
Divine Smite.
then it's not divine anymore.
Oh, well, it's true.
Damned.
And the 16 did hit?
The 16 hit. And
Okay.
the 32 obviously hits. How much damage are you gonna do?
And I will add in a level 2 Divine Smite.
It may actually be better to do a level 1 Divine Smite on each of the attacks. Right? Because that would end up being 68. Although... Yeah, either way it's 68. Never mind. $81. That's the stuff. You destroy both of those oozes. So now there's only 2 slow black oozes left. Oh shit! Did I actually? They haven't. I forgot to write down where they're freaking. They haven't attacked yet. Silly me. 7. Yeah. Okay. So, forgive me, but I'm going to do the attacks that they should have done last round now. And they will target Screw it, let's just keep it simple. We'll keep attacking the tanks. They're the ones doing all the damage. Okay. Okay, so Scarlet is going to take 36 points of damage. Oh, yeah, I forgot the crit. I forgot the crit. So it's actually another...
Are you okay? Did you get hit by it?
Plus 19 is 55. Now yeah. So Scarlet takes 55 points of damage. And yeah. Then it is
Would it be halved because I'm raging?
Sadly no, because if you look, I already halved the bludgeoning portion of the damage. The majority of it was acid damage, which you don't get halved anyway, sadly. Indeed. So yeah, Blood Dancer. I forgot Blood Dancer attacked as well. What does Blood Dancer want to do? Noodle? Sean? I'm sorry. Hello?
Hello?
Hello. What do?
Hello.
Hello.
I was coughing.
It is your turn.
It's my turn.
It's your turn.
I do the rolls to hit. I remember I have bard stuff I can add.
Okay. Oh yeah, you can do your psychic blades to do 2d6 extra psychic damage on top.
Yeah,
Well,
that's what I was missing before.
Roll to hit. Are you going to do green flame blade again?
Yeah.
Okay.
Exclamation R. It was just 1d20, wasn't it?
1d20 plus 10. Yeah. Because
Okay.
you don't have...
I know, I'm just putting stuff away.
Yeah, you don't have the Eldritch Invocation that gives you another one.
That's fine.
19! That's a crit because you got Hexblade's Curse on it. So,
Yeah.
if you're also going to put the psychic blades on there, that's going to be a total of 8d6 plus 10 plus 48. It's 56 points of damage. And yeah, that one's half the size it had been before. Oh shit! Yeah, you're right. I was looking at the. You're right. It wasn't a crit. I just saw the 19 and got excited.
Sadness.
Fine, I'll fix it. 8.
I can re-roll.
No, not necessary. I'll just do some math. 8, 10, 15, 21.
Oh, wait, I've got savage attacks. When you score a crit with a melee
It wasn't a crit, though.
attack,
It wasn't a crit. That's the point. It was an unnatural 19, not a nat 19.
Oh, I see. Not nat 19. Okay, sorry.
No. Okay. Still hurts it. And you also get to do 2d8 damage to the other black ooze.
Yes. $11.
Nice.
Oh, the weird half-orc, half-elf has a weird purpley eye, which is spewing purpley magic, and it looks a little bit scary. That's how I am interpreting the Black Razor thing and how he's getting better control over it.
Sacrificed an eye. Interesting.
No, not sacrifice. It's like... How do I put it? It's like he's half in control, if that makes sense.
Okay.
Does that make...
You're changing up what we talked about then, huh? Okay.
No, that's just what I thought.
Okay.
What are you... What...
Well, since you've been part of Granma's Academy, you've figured out how to use both halves at the same time. You're basically the Professor Hulk version of Blood Dancer.
I wasn't sure how that would look in battle.
Okay. Alright, that's fine. Yeah.
What were you thinking it looked like?
I didn't know there would be a physical difference. But I'm okay with you having a shiny purple eye. I just don't know what that means. To me, it sounds like you took an eye out and put life glass in its place.
No, not that.
Okay.
Not that, don't worry.
We'll figure it out. Anyway.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, despite this not being what she's good at, is there any way to move to the far side of one of the creatures to get flanking with one of my friends?
Yes. Especially since you have spider climb, you can literally run up the wall and drop down behind.
That's what I'm going to do. And then I'm going to stab at it with my rapier.
With your rapier?
Yeah.
Cool. $23 hits. What's Vex?
What do you mean, what's Vex?
On your character sheet, the rapier says Martial, Finesse, and Vex.
Because it's put in from D&D Beyond, it's got the new weapon masteries. Just ignore that.
Okay.
Vex would mean, if we were running on the new rules, I believe that forces it to have disadvantage on its next attack against me or something like that.
Weird.
The only one I would care about is the Nick property or whatever, the one that lets like daggers act as a dual weapon attack, as a main attack action, leaving your bonus action open for other things. So like rogues could attack with 2 light weapons and then still bonus action disengage or hide.
Fair enough. Okay. Anyway, the 23 hits.
Yeah, I'm getting it. I was double checking my sneak attack damage.
Fair enough.
Because as I said, I don't ever use like the librarian hit hard.
Yeah. Okay. So, of the 2 remaining oozes, one of them is half the size that it had been. Well done.
Yeah. I was going to say something. Yeah, that'll be my turn. I'm good.
So, since you stuck it with the rapier, it almost looks like it deflated. Popped it. Ebba!
Yep.
What do you want to do?
Okay. I'll try something different. I'll try hitting one with the lightning bolt.
Ooh. It doesn't even bother getting out of the way. And does no damage.
Or is it immune to lightning?
It's immune to lightning.
Okay.
And then it gets to do its turn. So let's pick on Blood Dancer.
Why are you picking on Blood Dancer? He's just an innocent little half-orc, half-elf. Yeah. Oh, and before, the thing I meant with Blood Dancer is it's just when the blade's active that his eye goes purple a bit and then it goes back to normal after.
Okay. So it represents your connection to the blade.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to interpret.
Ah, gotcha.
Like, he gets a little overexcited, but he's still technically in control.
Okay. Does a 19 hit you?
Or like, no, totally not. Totally not.
I disagree. I think it does.
Totally not. I know. Yes, it hits.
Yeah, the 8s definitely don't, though.
Definitely not. I have an AC of 16. Blah. Blah.
What type of arm do you have?
Leather armor plus decent deck.
Yeah. Your armor's just taken. Why are we losing people?
Connection issues?
Maybe. Oh, he's just said
Yep.
be right back. Okay. You take 29 points of bludgeoning and acid damage. The acid actually reduces your armor's effectiveness, giving you a -1 to
Even
your
leather armor.
even leather armor, especially leather armor. Leather's easier to digest with acid than metal.
Okay.
So it's 15 at the moment. Yeah, so you got a -1 to your AC, basically. And she's back! Yeah. And now it's Night Watch.
Right. I will move the moonbeam and have it be on the onto a slime.
Yeah. The one that's the smaller or the bigger one?
Let's do a small one.
Okay.
Have it make a con save.
Con save. Yay, everybody's
failed.
back. Yep. How much
Still
damage?
takes 60, 10.
Oof. Oh, you. So that's...
Then Marceline will have her turn and just slingshot that same one.
Okay. That hits. 5 more points of damage. Okay. It is not looking happy. Yeah. Back to Aru. What did Aru do?
Hi.
What did Aru do? Aru.
Aru will cast Chromatic Orb.
Okay. I have to remind myself what that one does. Thank you. So what type of damage are you doing?
Cold.
Cold.
$14.
Okay.
Does that hit?
It would, but it's immune to cold damage.
Ah. Rob, you liar! Okay.
So it's just down the road.
They in a little secret. There are actually 2 different stat blocks I was using in this fight, and the cold damage that he did before was against a different stat block.
I'm still going to blame. I'm going to still blame Rob.
Fair enough.
Okay, that's my turn.
Okay. And Scarlet.
Is there anybody in range for the fire breath?
There are still 2 oozes. One of them
Yeah,
bigger
but
than...
would I hit any of my party?
Not if you angle it, right?
Fire breath me. I can dodge it. Trust me.
I'm going to go ahead and go after one of the smaller ones, try and take them out.
Okie dokie. DM trickery is to blame, exactly. So, -3. Does a 13... Yeah, 13 fails, so they take the full 2d6. Six. Am I able to change my Spirit Shroud element? You'd have to recast it. Sorry. Yeah. Malrock. Oh, wait a minute. Scarlet's still got potentially 3 more claw attacks to do.
Yeah, I'm going to do the claw attacks.
Okay. 3 iterations of d20 plus 9. With advantage if you want to go reckless. There's the crits. Nice. So you got brutal critical. That means you get to do... Holy shit. 3, 6, 7 d6 plus 21 plus 74. It is indeed a lot of damage. Were you targeting the smaller of the two or the bigger of the two? Scarlet? Little one or big
Sorry,
one?
I didn't catch that.
Little one or big one?
The little one.
Okay, it's gone. And... 8, and let's see, everyone... 18. Okay. So now there's only one ooze left. Oh, and yeah, screw it. Malrock. Malrock.
Janina's run off.
Your turn again?
Your turn again. Mr. Badstone, it's your turn.
Still 2 left, or just the 1 left?
Just the one. Both of those hit.
Is this the cold immune one?
Yes.
So I'm not going to bother rolling my cold damage. But I will add Divine Smite on there.
Woohoo! 33. It looks a lot smaller. Half of its size, half the size it was. And so, yes, medium. And then Blood Dancer.
Does this one have Bill's Gemin?
No.
Okay. Then I will try and give it the ouchies.
D20 plus 10.
20 plus 10.
There's the crit. Fantastic. So, you get to roll 5d6 plus 10. Plus 4d6 psychic damage and 4d8 fire damage.
And the exact same damage I would have rolled before. 55.
Mm-hmm.
Is the slime still a slime?
It's still oozing around, but it looks much diminished.
Yee. I just realised if Black Razor wanted to, he could have given me haste. I'm ruling he didn't because he's annoyed he's not going to get any souls to eat.
That's a good point. And it wouldn't be up to you, it'd be up to me. Get an extra attack.
You sure? I'd assume he'd be miffed because he's not eating any souls.
Get an extra attack.
I'm Lizzie. Hi.
D20, unless he wants to steal the kill.
Yeah. Death shall be mine. Yep. And so that's gonna be... It's not a crit this time, so it's just 2d6 plus 10. You don't get to do the psychic blades this time, because you can only do that once per turn. Yeah, so it's just 2d6 plus 10.
Yep.
17.
17.
That's enough.
Yay. Woo!
Ooze is down.
Huzzah.
So yeah, all these oozes are slumped away. Orin knows that Bill's going to be upset when he realizes what's happened to his experiments. He's going to have to start over again. Aru.
Well, he should have controlled his slimes better.
Aru sees a little red gemstone that is perfectly shaped to jam into your forehead.
Aru is tempted. Can't deny that much. But he also knows that the lady said it will take over the body. So he doesn't know who would win the competition.
Remember, you have a ringer in you.
A ringer?
It's not just you in there, is it?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he's gonna pick up the gem. Thinking, what's the worst that can happen? And shove it in.
Shove it in his face.
Out of character. Whose old character is Bill again? Was he Zeth's old character?
Mm-hmm.
Aru's brash, he's stupid, and he's done something similar before.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's Zeph's old character. Do what you want with it. Zeph kind of ticked me off a few months back.
Yeah, we don't need to do the laundry.
Nah. Nah. Absorb the hell out of him.
Mr. Aru, I'm not sure how intelligent how incredibly bright that was, but who am I to tell you how to live your life? No, excuse me. I must go find somebody else in charge. I require a classroom where I feel like teaching.
Let's get you. We're going to do one more thing before we do that. Can I have Aru make a contested charisma check?
Oh, no.
Oh no. With advantage.
Oh, no.
With advantage.
15.
Yay! Okay. So, you have Bill's knowledge, which is that of a level 10 necromancer.
Huh.
But he's completely under your control for the moment.
The hive is expanding.
I imagine that you and Bill are going to have lots of conversations in your head.
Oh, absolutely. They're going to end up best friends. Like, did you know if you mix this type of... Yeah.
I'll send you the character
Station. Ooh. That's...
Just so you can see what you're working with there.
Yeah.
All right. So, I imagine that for a little while, Aru's going to be off in his own head.
Yeah.
Oren, feel free to introduce yourself properly.
Okay. God damn it! So many people are messaging me currently. Swipe away.
Want me to come back to you?
No, I got this. I just had to swipe them away. I got like 5 in a single.
Okay.
So, the guy you guys saw previously, Oren, he stands roughly 5'10". He's more on the skinny side, but there's hints of muscle slowly building up. He's got a leather jacket on and 2 gloves bearing insignias on them of land. Out of character, this would be the Elven land.
Sorry?
Out of character, this would be Elven land
Elven what?
The Elven lands. Sigils from the Elven lands.
So it's Elvish runes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. He's got baby blue eyes. I think that's how I describe the colors. And blonde hair. On his necklace are... He's got a necklace with a holy symbol of... out of character, I still have to talk with Anthony about a forgotten god. Or a god that would fit the character's theme.
Maybe.
Yeah.
But you're also...
And
you'd also have one of Granma's Academy amulets on you already.
True. And he's got a leather choker on.
Yeah.
This would be him.
See what I mean about him being uncanny? Not quite human.
Yeah. I will say, Ebba, you were the deciding factor. I put 3 options in images and music because I was torn between all 3 looks, and only Ebba responded to the question.
That'll do it.
Yeah.
Well, that was the coolest looking one, I thought.
Yeah.
So, yeah, Blood Dancer would already have the Academy necklace too. The rest of you would be...
Question, if we all go vote now, does that mean they'd have to change how the character looks?
If you go what?
If we all go vote for a picture now, does that mean Ari would have to change the picture?
No. Too late. Voting is concluded.
It's okay. I just want it to be a scary noodle.
Anthony.
Yes.
But I'll leave it at that.
What?
I said, but we'll leave it at that.
Leave what at what? I just heard you yell Anthony at me.
No, I said Anthony knows.
Anthony knows what?
Stuff I can't say.
Okay. Yeah, I do. I do know. You're right. I do. But anyway,
he's gonna.
Okay, I didn't realize you were still talking. Sorry.
Oh no, go ahead. Go ahead.
Caught in the crossfire.
Your mic keeps going in and out. So, Lynn is gonna say, "Well, now that all that excitement's done, Those of you who are new, follow me. Could somebody guide Aru? He's gonna be talking to Bill for some time, I'm afraid.
Yeah, I'm used to guiding the occupied.
And you get taken to a grand hall where several people are already sat waiting. There's it's full of students, some of whom you recognize as being your own future selves. Apparently wanted to watch this great day. The girl you saw in the in Kiernan's class, who had told Night Watch that this is a good that this would be a good place to wait for the party. She's there with a couple of other kids. And yeah. There's even one dude who is clearly either an angel or some sort of winged elf.
One dude that's what? Sorry, you cut out.
Either he's either an angel or some sort of winged elf.
Angel or
winged elf.
Oh. Either way, Blood Dancer ain't going near that guy.
But anyway, you're brought to the front of the hall and invited to sit with some of the other new initiates. Do you sit?
Yes. Ebba will sit down.
Fantastic. Can I study
the vibe of this room?
Yaz wants to study the kids.
As I'm walking by, I wanna like, they're kids. It's very strange.
There's lots of kids in there, but the fact that, yeah. What are you rolling for there, Nightwatch?
Inciting the vibe of this room.
The vibe is one of excitement, like everybody's like it's an important event. It feels like an important event is about to take place. Malrock, I'll sit down. I feel a little out of place as a skeleton, though. Right? Yeah, but as you've seen, there already was another member of the academy who was a skeleton before his bones were dissolved by oozes. But okay, everybody sits, and Granma herself stands stands on the dais in front of everybody. And begins a speech.
You're probably doing the same.
Several of you will already know exactly what about's to happen, and are very excited to see our new initiates join our happy family. You will know this speech from the time that I gave it when we were introducing you to the academy. But now it's their turn.
No, we just came back from the call. She's coming up from telegrams now.
So, now that you've agreed to become full-time students of Granma's Academy, you will be coming up one by one to receive your very own Academy amulets.
I don't know her.
And when... Why does this feel like a cult? Once you have your amulet, you will know exactly how to use it, and will be able to commune with any member of the academy that you wish, including yourselves. There's a laughter there's a laugh that rolls through the room from people who know exactly what she's talking about. And they have free cookies though. Yes, gingerbread. Ebba thinks she looks sweet. You mean Grandma? Yeah. So, they will start calling out your names. First they're going to call out Aru, just because he's out first in alphabetical order. He's still not exactly with it.
Yeah, he doesn't notice.
Yaz will like guide him up to the stage because with a look of like, I know you know what's going on, so here we go.
So Aru is the first to receive one of Grandma's amulets. Aru will suddenly become aware of several more voices in his head welcoming him to the academy, immediately sharing ideas with him.
That's a good one. But what if we do this instead? That's a great idea. He's having the time of his life.
Indeed. Ebba, you will be the next one called up.
Sure.
So you go
Ebba walks up to... Yep.
Welcome to the academy, dear. Enjoy. And she puts the amulet around your neck. And you also hear several voices at once welcoming you to the academy. You're aware that as long as you've got this amulet on, you can ask anyone in the academy any questions you like. Somebody called Jim seems to be particularly excited to work with you. You can also treat any door in the academy as if it's a door to somewhere you've been before. As long as you can focus clearly on the door that you've been before. As long as you can focus clearly on where you've been before. No, not Jim Bean. Not Jim Bean.
No. Alison wrote Jim Bean.
Yes, there has been a previous player character called Jim Bean, who is something of a walking calamity. Even more so than Bill the Skeleton. When those two players were in the same game, it was absolute chaos. But no, it's not Jim Bean. It's Jim Astor. But yeah.
Okay, I don't know who that is, so that...
No. Yeah. Yep, you don't know who that
Ebba's
is.
like, okay, cool.
And, oh! Rob! And Jeff, come on!
Okay, to be fair, I think we did like establish that last week.
Fair enough. Next one called...
Is this a different point in his timeline then?
Yeah. Yep. Malrock would be called up next. basically each one of you will be called up. You'd each get your amulet. You'd each be greeted by various students that are specifically interested in working with you and learning more about you. Malrock would actually hear from Jim also, as well as several others. Possibly even Bill. And wow. Jeff?
Oh, Winnie.
That is not a pleasant sound. So he does it again. Fantastic. Night Watch, you'd have several artificers.
Do you want to come?
Including
an hour and 20.
A very young gnome who hasn't been in the academy very long at all.
Yes, you are. You're coming.
Everyone calls him Dim.
Night Watch just slowly takes off the amulets. She points to, I guess, the gnome. No.
He's not in
Just
the room
no.
with you. He's not in the room with you.
Put the amulet back on.
If you want to block that, if you want to block that caller, by all means.
I'll block him. I do not want my character to be harassed by her younger father, traitor, thingy, and then somehow accidentally scare him into giving the information that I've already killed his mortal flesh.
Or even...
Okay, it didn't even work with
You could have ended up being the inspiration for your own creation.
Oh dear.
But anyway...
Let's answer
He's already seen me, so it's fine.
Yeah.
Oh, madam, would you like me to go beat that guy up for you?
His blood dancer saying this.
Yes.
No, it's just weird, and also I think, like, he's probably not evil yet, or at least ignorant that fact that possibility of using homeless people is not good. To make to make more of me.
Okay, you see him resheath his sword. He was slowly bringing it out.
No.
The sword
I
is
don't wanna
hungry. The sword is hungry. But anyway.
I know, mate. I'll feed you, okay? Calm down.
Now we're just trying to find clerics in her group chat, I guess.
Excellent. Yes, you find a lad called Han. Hans, actually. A lad called Hans who is studying divinity. In particular, he's interested in the process of becoming a god, or how one becomes a god. How gods are made. Scarlet, when you get your amulet, you also hear multiple voices in your head from, believe it or not, several other people that use use power to enhance their fighting ability, including wild magic barbarians, monks, and even some blade singer wizards. Yeah. All welcoming you to the academy. And I imagine Sooty would be attending. They would be greeted by several would-be druids, bards, and Hexbloods. And I realise you're not a Hexblood anymore, but they're keen to talk to you about what it's like to live with a hag and stuff. Yeah, yes, Rora. When you get your amulet, you'd get contacted by several nerds and faculty members, including Lynn, who is keen to introduce you to the other faculty members. Get you started as a teacher ASAP.
Sounds good.
And yeah.
But she's kind of humming that. She's kind of humming one of those knowing songs, like, I've got to stay here because I already know too much.
Mm-hmm. Kiernan expresses frustration that this is yet another tune that you've just come up with off the top of your head, and it's damned catchy, and it took him years to come up with an original song, and here you are, just making them off the cuff like they're nothing.
Blood Dancer's just going to wink to Christian, is it? The name of your...
Yes. I don't have the name on here because she wasn't going to stick around long to begin with.
Yes.
Ye.
Yes.
Ye.
Yes.
YAS.
I recommend looking into getting confetti bombs. He hates them.
Don't you dare.
No.
Don't you dare.
So worth to clean up afterwards.
No, that's too juvenile. I'll think of something much better. As she literally blows the cranky old bard of raspberry in her head.
I nearly got my necklace taken away when I put fireworks under his chair, so be careful.
Sometimes
I did those.
Yeah,
sometimes the best way to annoy people is to just be better than them.
Fireworks are funny.
So yes, you are now all members of the academy. You technically have amulets that let you go anywhere. You're no longer constrained by the academy. Huzzah. To heaven? Do you already know of a door in heaven that you can go to? Because you can only use the doors to travel to places you've been before. Or seen before. Couriers of the universe and time, indeed. The tavern is heaven. Oh, okay. So you're just going to go back to the tavern. Fair enough.
Sorry, I didn't have very good.
So, what do you want to do now? Now that you have any door you've ever seen before and all the academy to explore. Ebba wants to revive her father. That's her goal. She might stick around the magic school to do that. Excellent. Do you want to learn? Do you want to go the clerical path or the necromancy path?
She's wants to distance herself from necromancy, seeing as all the stuff that just went down in Necropolis. So she's going to think about, and also she's got Nightwatch's example to look up to.
Mm-hmm.
She's going to go down the clerical path.
Nice. We're gonna have to do something about your wisdom.
I know, wisdom's terrible, isn't it?
Yep.
Could teach you, give you one of those special books that help with the smart thing.
Yep, there's a book. Or you could. There's a book you can study, or there's well, you would need both. But
You want to go check your inventory real quick, Ebba? Dan gave you something that would be quite important to this situation.
No, he literally handed you the scroll of true res.
Exactly.
Ah, right.
Yeah.
And
I'm going to use that to revive my dad. I'll go somewhere quiet. So he's not going to be shocked by a crowd of people around him.
Okay. You've also, by the way, each got a room in the academy, which includes not only a bed, but a desk and whatever equipment that you need to study whatever you want to study, basically. And Malrock is deciding whether or not to not be undead anymore. The students that the academy members that you'd be talking to, Malrock, would be debating a little bit, actually, about whether or not they would need to negotiate with Malrock's deity on his behalf to remove the curse and bring him back to life, or if they can just true resurrect him. Some seem to think that they can attempt true resurrection, and then if the deity allows it, it'll work, and if it doesn't, then it won't. And others argue that we could perhaps step one would be to create a new patron deity, or select one from within the academy that's already been created. And so goes the debate. Ebba's going to become mortal. Cool.
Because she thinks it would upset her dad if she revived him and she was undead, so she might do that first.
Okay.
So he's not got a shock.
Sure. Ebba. Yeah. You would need. Okay. Yeah. One of the clerics within the academy true resurrects you, and then you can use true resurrection on your dad's brain. I'm assuming you're going to scoop it out of the jar before you cast it, unless of course you're. Oh, actually, true resurrection gives a brand new body, which is also going to be. Yeah, potentially can get a absolutely brand new body. So,
Would she still have leaves in her hair?
Yes. Nightwatch is going to need to have a talk with herself. So you want to talk to an older Nightwatch, or you're going to wait till your younger self has finished reading?
No. I meant like.
Or just think it over.
Maybe talk to. Try to see if she can come across maybe a alternate universe version of herself that never died is here.
Slight problem with that.
Oh dear. Do explain.
Nightwatch doesn't remember who she was before she died.
That is true.
And
but she does have, like, continue.
And since, if the other version of you does exist, if they never became Nightwatch, then they would have no idea that there is a version of them that is Nightwatch. That makes sense?
Yeah, so it would create, like, a paradox.
No, it's just
Hold
that
on,
you wouldn't know you wouldn't recognize each other.
Okay, yeah, like, Nightwatch Elite, she has, like, some leads onto, like, who she was, and also, like...
Nightwatch would recognize herself.
Why?
She saw herself in the painting at the tavern.
Oh, shit, yeah!
Yeah, like, Nightwatch... Actually, that was more of a painting of, like, her husband and her 2 kids.
Yeah. She
But,
didn't
like,
see herself. It was her husband and kids she saw.
Yeah.
But she did, like, have that little small memory of herself, like, as, I guess, a kid, being, like, a half-elf, presumably on the moon variety, and the name Nanette sounds like it... You know, however, like, you hear your name, but you're like, That's what she's... Like, that's what Nanette sounds like to her, like, she feels like it's her name.
Okay. Make an investigation check on the sea of voices that you can hear in your head. Blood Dancer has a question.
Investigation.
Blood Dancer has been to the necropolis. Would it be possible for him to kidnap Save Dian? It is possible for any of you as a party to take a door back to the necropolis and find Dian. Yeah, Nightwatch, not this time. You don't find yourself this time. What was... And so, Yaz, you've mentioned using detect thoughts. Is that to try and help?
Yeah.
Nightwatch find
that would
yourself?
Yeah.
Okay. Can Ebba give the help action?
I mean, assuming assuming at some point we have a long rest, because I'm currently out of spell slots.
Okay.
But
Well,
yeah,
detect thoughts wouldn't be necessary because you're kind of sharing each other's. You're speaking to each other telepathically if you want. Via.
Well, the reason I was going to use that is because that way it would allow me to deep dive into her memories to see if I could catch a glimpse of her face.
Okay, but she can also consensually share any images she wants to share with you.
That's fair. That's fair.
I give consent.
So what do you show the party? Like, if you want the rest of the party to help you find... Well, in fact, you could show the entire academy, hey, I'm looking for this person. If you want.
She, I guess, like, starts sending out, like, descriptions of a half-elf, moon elf, adjacent, black hair, blue eyes, very pale skin, and then, like, would probably be a Twilight cleric, or at least under Selena's domain, as in sending out, like, an image of, like, what her, I guess, like, husband and 2 kids look like. She's the wife of and mother of these people right here.
Mm-hmm. You get a couple of voices saying, hey, that kind of looks like me. No, it looks more like me, I think. What are you talking about? That's clearly me.
Ladies, are you the same person from different eras?
No, they say in unison.
Huh. Family relations?
Are you sure?
What are the 2 names that you've heard of before? Night Watch.
Rachel and Nanette.
That's us.
Wait,
It's
you
your-
guys both got married to the same person?
No.
She
No.
towards telegrams, but I don't know where they are.
At least I don't think so. Maybe in one of the timelines we do. Nah. Maybe. But anyway, we've been here.
Like,
I'm eating way too much. What? What are you
And I guess like, do these like two sound like they are younger?
Yeah.
In Night Watch?
Yeah.
I guess I give them my room number.
They share theirs. And they actually share. You get some images and stories. They mentally babble at you about what they have found out about other versions of themselves. It appears that in one version of an alternate timeline, energy, both of them basically were trapped in the same life glass gem, and that life glass gem was used to power a construct.
Phrase, Lingua.
Oh.
You okay?
But they are very grateful that they didn't have that life, and then they realize who they're talking to and apologize.
Magister, Maiden, how many people are in that glass? She talks to the other people inside of her. Asking, is there only one other person in here, or is there two?
The suggestion, the aspect of Magister tells you that it's not really it's you now, that whoever that energy had belonged to before, it coalesced into a single entity within the within the constraints of the life glass.
Yeah, if you want.
And that's who you are.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah. Yeah, Nightwatch is a little concerned now, but she's gonna move past it, and I guess, yeah. So they're, having a good life.
Wait, did I do that?
Fuck off, Dim.
I thought I blocked you.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, I came in. I'm piggybacking on. I'm sorry. If it makes you feel any better, that wasn't me. It was another me. I haven't done anything like that yet. And yeah, sorry.
And then he exits the group chat, as it were, to use the metaphor.
Yeah. Do you guys have any questions for me?
Oh, tons. And they start asking you all kinds of stuff about what it's like. Asking you what you feel not only emotionally but physically? Like how do you interpret sensations through your fingers, etc.? Can you feel the breeze on your skin, stuff like that?
I would tell him that I still have my emotions, but any physical sensations I don't have. And it kind of created like a constant boredom at the side of...
Yeah, it'll drive you nuts without that input, sensory input. Yeah.
Somewhat. Especially like at nighttime, but she's been able to occupy herself by doing like reading books and also just listening to stuff. And also people watching. To help with that?
I can't imagine.
I don't know anything else, so...
What's your favorite color? Which of you is asking that? Is that Blood Dancer asking what Nightwatch what their favorite color is? Yes.
Blue?
Oh, that's my favorite color too.
Oh, tops.
Says Rachel.
Top notch.
I've always been more of a green person myself. But yeah, so that conversation goes on. Scarlet is having like a psychic fight club with just sparring mentally with the other people with the other fighters in the academy. Accurate. Malrock, have you come to a decision?
It's a very tough decision. But they were saying basically that it's not a guarantee, right?
Well, if they involve your original divine patron, the one who you originally made an oath to, that you, the one whose oaths you broke, you would need to redeem yourself in their eyes, potentially. Or alternatively, they're proposing that they bypass your the original god entirely, and simply have you make oaths to a new god if you want to retain your paladin status.
What does the group think? Because I'd lose the Hellfire Orb, and I'd no longer be immortal. That's basically the biggest drawbacks.
What? Make sure we get there before dusk.
It's up to you, isn't it? Balrock. You know, it's up to how you feel about it. Do you want to like live a mortal life and like do mortal things like, you know, eat and maybe find someone and fall in love, or do you want to carry on just fighting and maybe living forever or not dying, but you know, not having that? It's up to you, really.
And Blood Dancer suggests look into getting a clone, and several other voices do suggest that yes, it is possible for you to create a clone of yourself. It's a rudimentary spell. The only one that might still be immortal would be Deanne if he makes it back. Yeah, that's up to the party whether they go rescue him or not. Ebba, why do I have a distinct memory of the taste of dog hair?
Oh, it's... Hi, Dad. It's quite a long story. Can I give you a hug first, though?
Yes, absolutely. Come here, girl, come.
No,
What have you been up to? What,
A lot.
why?
I've been a courier.
A courier. Fascinating.
Yes.
That's good. That's good. Have you been getting out to the sea area very much?
Not really, because we were living in the necropolis under the ground.
Necropolis? Where the dead folk go?
Yep.
That's
I
weird.
was a courier for them.
You could walk among the dead without them bothering you? It's impressive.
Well, I've changed a bit too, because I was undead for a little while, but I'm better now. I thought you probably wouldn't like it.
Fair enough, fair enough. What happened to our little dinghy?
Don't know. Maybe we could get a new one, you know? I've got quite a bit of money from my couriering.
That could be nice. If we can't find the original vessel, of course. Maybe we can find who has it now and buy it from them. Patch it up.
Yes.
Get her seaworthy again if she's been sitting in dry dock.
You can't change the colours.
Yeah, and we can still carry on. I can still carry on being a courier, except I'll do it by boat.
Sounds great. And if we come across a ship we don't like, we'll do the whole heave ho. Yes. Yeah.
All right.
Negotiate them with them. Perhaps a little aggressively if we have to.
Yes, we might have to pick up some more crew members.
Oh, we'll pick them up as we go. Anyone who surrenders and will agree to come with us will help crew the ship. Anyone who disagrees gets thrown overboard. Simple. Or we can be here, of course.
I'm not going to throw anyone overboard, Dad.
Tell you what. Anyone that if we end up with a nice big new ship, we'll let anyone who doesn't want to come with us take the dinghy. How's that?
That's okay. You might need a supply of dinghies.
Well, we'll just keep upgrading. It's fine.
I was thinking if I should add like a feather.
Okay.
Last one
This
to the
sounds
ocean's a
great,
raw
Dad.
egg. Which way is the ocean from here, by the way?
Well, we're currently in a magic academy. I am going to come with you, but I want to find out what my friends are doing first and if they need help. If you don't mind waiting.
I
There's a
can wait
nice
here.
cafeteria.
Oh.
You can come and there's food and drinks and all kinds of things. It'll wash the taste of dog hair away.
Maybe I'll try that. You hear a voice in your head pointing out that if he wanders the academy on his own, without either a guide without being guided by somebody from the academy or an amulet of his own, he may end up leaving the academy and back in the real world. Just by accident.
Yeah, I will make sure that he stays with Ebba.
Okay.
Come on, Dad. You got to stay with me because I've only just arrived and I might get lost as well. So if you, it's a huge. If we don't stick together, we might never find each other again. And I've only just got you back, so.
Very well. Yeah. You won't get rid of me easily. We're shipmates. We'll sail the world together. I really don't like that this floor doesn't move. Zebra sea shanty. All right. What's Orin up to right now? Has he returned to Bill's lab?
Yeah, he's probably back at Bill's lab trying to clean it back up after the incident.
Is Aru also going to make his way to Bill's lab? Since he does have Bill in him.
Yeah, you'd be like, let's see what you're working on and see if we can actually make it work.
You'll find out some of Bill's ideas.
I love this sushi skirt. It's so sushi.
So, originally he had been the servant to a necromancer who was having Bill collect body parts for him so that he could make all kinds of twisted necrotic creatures made from the multiple body parts of beasts, animals, monsters, and people all mashed together, stitched together and reanimated. But with the help of some others, Bill defeated his master and became independent, but he's still fairly obsessed with collecting samples and combining them.
Interesting. So, that does sound like a few people in Necropolis. So instead of humans, you're trying to deal with slimes this time?
Yeah, I was trying to combine the best attributes of a black pudding and an oblex. They didn't mix well. It was like trying to get water and oil to behave together. You'd have thought with them both being oozes that they would just bloop, but no, I really couldn't get them to mix.
Oh, hang on. Wait. Where are you?
Specimens is probably a better word than samples. Specimens.
Can Aru make a check to see how much he knows about oozes?
Sure. Do you want to rely only on your own knowledge, or do you want to confer with the Academy?
He's going to confer with the Academy.
Okay. You find out that there is some debate among the community as to what exactly is considered an ooze. Some of them strictly believe that it only includes things like the gelatinous cube, the black pudding, the oblak, the grey slime, the ochre jelly, the grey ooze, the ochre jelly, stuff like that. Whilst others seem to believe that mimics and are also an ooze. Others, you hear somebody pipe up that, no, your mimics are clearly some sort of insect creature. What are you talking about being an insect creature? That's a completely different entity. And then there are others who include the what is it called? There it is. The gibbering mouther. an ooze, and others are arguing, no, that's clearly an aberration. It's some sort of alien entity. And others are arguing that
I need to run.
it's
I'll meet you guys there,
still.
okay?
It may behave like an ooze, but it's not an ooze, and it's comprised of the liquefied flesh, eyes, and mouths of several different creatures matched together that had been human or other beforehand, and yeah, so they keep. Yeah, there's quite a debate. But
Sounds like a Reddit thread.
yeah, a little bit. And the ones who are insistent that the users are only gelatinous cubes, black puddings, grey ooze, and yellow and ochre jellies, they point out that they have consistent, similar character traits beyond just being oozy. And then there's one fanatical voice that is jabbering quite insistently that the oozes are all the demonic servants of the demon lord Driblex, and to mess with them is to truck with demons and monsters of the abyss, and they'll claim your soul in the end. Shut up, Barry, says another voice, and laughter.
Shut up, whack job.
A little bit.
Huh.
Barry has a point.
Out of character, yeah, Barry does have a point.
Yes.
But in characters, Aru's first thought is going to go to scientifically speaking. Because he did all this searching for answer to why these two didn't work. And his first assumption is going to be, did you try testing them in smaller chunks? Like their chemical compound? Maybe they could be two elements that just naturally don't mix.
The fascinating thing about oozes is that they seem to, like, you can cut them up and each one of them is still an ooze, and they behave like the smaller versions of the main creature. Some of them can even reabsorb members of themselves back into themselves. But it doesn't seem somehow like they're keen to mix with each other, like there's some sort of marker on their membranes that identifies them as different from each other, and they'll mix back together if they were originally split from the same ooze, but if the oozes have different parentage or they're a different type of ooze entirely, they will not coalesce. You can try to emulsify them just by aggressive mixing, so that each of the oozes is actually thousands of tiny little oozes, and have them completely interspersed with thousands of another type, and try to get them to, but that they still won't blend with, that they'll only blend back together with their own type. You're nuts for even thinking that's an idea. Bill is nuts. I know something you don't know, hums Blood Dancer.
So,
remember where he's from? He knows some stuff.
You're not a scientist, Blood Dancer, says Bill. Let's mess
Always
around.
underestimate the anarchist. Always underestimate. You're gonna regret it one day.
Okay.
So
I may
how?
struggle to read, but I know what I'm talking about at least half the time.
Let's mess around with oozes to create something new. Let's not. Yeah.
Wait. If I
Huh?
call my contract, oozes are affected by magic. Why don't we use? They still have a mind. Well, not all of them. Some of them are pretty stupid.
That's the incredible thing about oblexes. They can actually... They don't have a mind per se, but they can absorb the memories of creatures that they've digested and take on their forms and act as if they are those people. That it's not really thinking. It's more mimicry. It's a replication of the thought processes of the original creature, rather than... How did that happen when it didn't
So
eat
if
us?
they don't. So if they don't have a mind of their own, what if we gave them one and altered the mind?
What do you have in mind
If it-
exactly?
The girls are looking for you.
Well, they avoid each other on their own, but what if we force them to naturally do it, and then we give them the time so that it becomes a natural process instead of a forced chemical process?
Again, I like your idea, but break it down for me. Explain to me how that process works.
Okay, so say there's plenty of magic to give things sentience and a mind of their own.
Oh, you're suggesting that we awaken them and actually work with them as intelligent, somewhat equals. Yes?
Yes, and then so instead of now it being a forced process upon creatures that don't know what's going on, they're now aware of what's happening.
But then what if they just don't want to blend together? Like
that's where the controlling magic happens. Once we give them sentience, we alter the sentience.
Okay.
So they want.
Okay. I like where you're thinking. I like your thought process. That you basically we charm them into mixing. But if I'm right about it being something in their membranes that prevents them from mixing, then surely their biochemistry would override any conscious desire to blend. Like, they may want to, but they're not going to be able to unless we can somehow manipulate that whatever it is in their membrane that tells them that this is a foreign ooze rather than a part of themselves.
Exactly. But oozes don't age. We have infinite time in the world. If they spend enough time together in constant contact, eventually they'll think that it's something that's supposed to be there. Something that is safe to be around.
Out of character, we met planet-sized doozies in a different campaign. Yes, you did. You met Scrubby World.
Basically, what Aru is suggesting out of character would be forced evolution.
Right. But what I'm pointing out is that basically this is it's like transplanted organ rejection.
Yeah.
The body knows that organ doesn't belong to their body and rejects it.
Yeah, exactly.
So and the way that they get around that in the real world is with drugs. So that
as the human can't stay alive. Most times, the human needs that organ to survive.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But
so
they
suppress the autoimmune response. Yeah.
Yeah. So instead of so they'll always be rejecting, but the body will adapt up to survive with, like, you know how animals, like humans, we developed resistance to poisons, specifically we use in our food.
Right.
Because they used to be much deadlier. That's what suggesting is. We're going to give them some.
So what you're talking about is selectively breeding the oozes until you can find ones that will accept other oozes. But they don't.
That's the thing. They don't.
They reproduce asexually. They don't.
Yeah, they don't breed.
They metastasize. They don't breed.
If they grow up, because oozes on their own don't stay with other oozes. They stay far away. But if they grow up, like how birds and crocodiles, they coherently exist.
So
but in the beginning,
you're talking about symbiosis. I think what you're even talk how basically microbial life started working together so much that they became the organelles of a single cell. That sort of thing, right?
Yeah, and in theory, that's what plasmoids are, and they're an ooze.
Yeah, they're giant cells. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So in theory, it might work, but it would take a very long time.
Eons. Yeah.
But we have infinite time here. And isn't there a whole school of magic that focuses on time magic?
Yes.
That,
in fact, Granma is particularly good at it. Yeah. I'll be yelling at Aru, no, bad, we don't need a fused gelatinous cube. So everybody, you and Bill are vibing about this, and everyone else is going, no. I'll make tea, says Blood Dancer.
When one moves, one moves like another and sends out a pseudopod. That's disgusting.
Malrock, you earlier questioned how did that happen when it didn't eat us. That would imply that those particular the oblex that he was using in his experiments came from a future timeline where those oblexes had consumed Ebba and Scarlet. And that's why they were able to mimic them.
Well, I feel better that we killed them.
Wait. You've tested oozes with oozes. What about oozes with other stuff?
They just digest them.
There's creatures in existence that are naturally resistant to acids. A lot of creatures are immune to acids out of character.
Mm-hmm. So what do you suggest? That we just put something that's in... Go on?
We repeat the same process. We have the side project of the oozes trying to merge with oozes, but we also try to get oozes to merge with creatures that are naturally immune to their acid.
Such as?
I gotta look up some creatures that are immune to acid. Let's see.
I think... hold on.
That's poison. That's nothing. The obvious answer would be dragons, but there's no way we're getting a dragon coherently. Unless we enfeeble it.
The clay golem, whenever the golem is subjected to acid damage, it takes no damage and instead regains a number of hit points equal to the acid damage dealt. If you were to somehow coat a clay golem in a acid secreting ooze, the two of them would have a killer combo of abilities. It would be a very interesting But they wouldn't. They wouldn't become one entity. It would be a symbiotic relationship between two entities.
Exactly, and we're looking for a symbiotic relationship. No, you're resistant.
I think we need to stop these two. Yes, it's a bit hard though because Bill is literally in Aru's head. And to add to the madness, there's a fragment of Magister's soul in there too.
So he's probably like, "This is a."
He's vibing with all this too. This is great. And is probably going to every so often suggest, "How about undead creatures? How about undead creatures?"
We'd have to find an undead that could withstand vampires.
Is it possible to make an undead ooze? Maybe if the creatures were undead to begin with, that would bypass the membrane issues.
Yeah.
Drinks are free after flavoring with blood. Anyway, let's jump. Much as I'm enjoying this, other people.
Yeah, go to the other people. I'm gonna go find a creature immune to acid.
So we've done a little bit of Ebba and her father exploring the academy and going to the canteen and just hanging out. Malrock is not volunteering. Nightwatch is prepared to kill him if needed. No. Nightwatch, take this chance to have the life you always wanted. Your daughter deserves to feel a warm touch.
Yeah, she's debating whether or not she wants to be her old self again.
The academy students suggest that since the souls that were used to make you have meshed together into a new entity, rather than trying to restore those souls and separate them into the individuals they were originally, that they give your new soul a custom flesh and blood body that matches your personal identity, essentially making you a brand new person, but with a real, with a organic body instead of the mechanical one that you have right now. So you'd still be the same person. Whilst if they there's a little bit of a debate because some of them are saying that don't the original souls have a right to exist as individuals? Others are arguing that their life ended when they got sucked into the life glass. They can't be anymore. Besides, we already have a version of them in the academy too. We don't need. It's not necessary to save them since they do exist separately. And it would be equally wrong to end the life of Nightwatch, who has become their own identity. And so that's the students are having quite the debate with that.
Fair enough.
Have you guys? I'm on a slight tangent here. Have you seen an episode of Star Trek Voyager where Neelix and Tuvok merge into a single entity?
I vaguely remember that.
Who's called Tuvix, and they have to decide whether to allow Tuvix to continue existing, or if they split, try and reverse the transporter accident that made Tuvix and make Tuvok and Neelix again. It's basically that idea, except that they have Tuvok and Neelix, and so Tuvix can continue to exist if if they want. I still think with the we're not talking about Star Trek right now. Anyway, they could have done both. Drinks the tea of the flavor with both. What is Blood Dancer up to at the moment?
Well, other than giving his 2 cents on various things and making tea, I don't know. He might be helping with tests and stuff.
With pests?
Tests.
No, I like the idea that you're just dropping your 2 cents into each of these debates that are going on, just bouncing between them, just chaotically, randomly, just jumping into a conversation, adding your nonsensical 2 cents, or perhaps even insightful 2 cents, and then bouncing to another conversation.
I imagine this is something Blood Dancer does a lot. And occasionally it leads him to doing things like making fireworks.
With the help of Dim.
Wait, or tea. He's good at making tea.
Aye. Learned from Pi. Scarlet.
He's not got the best herbs to work with, but he'll make do.
Actually, there is a whole garden that is being taken care of by a fairy called Bluebell, and because it's tended to by a fairy, and they've got a fairy-sized door that leads to this garden. Any member of the academy can door into this garden and get a fairy's eye view of the garden, walking past dandelions the size of trees and stuff, and get take small samples of the plants for their potions, and only take in actuality a tiny amount of this huge plant, and then return to their own size and have a much bigger sample of that herb than they would have normally. Fairy magic, yay!
Bluebell, I need more mint.
You can just door through to Bluebell and go get it yourself.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah. A single...
He will go...
A single, leaf of mint would be like the size of a bath sheet when you came back through, you know.
He may also give Bluebell a kiss, because she's probably very pretty.
As in, out and around the back.
Only 29 creatures are immune to acid, and most being dragons and oozes and demons, so we have to go feeble mind on a dragon, or demon or dragon to the merge, or we can use magic items to give immunity to a human and use them. Yep. Anywho. Green Otter suggests a giant slug has acid immunity. Random voice in the academy there. Nightwatch says, another idea I just thought of is to make more humanoid androids that feel and think and eat and drink if necessary, but we can talk. Oh, you mean like cyborgs that have both mechanical and biological components?
Yeah, that's just one possibility. We could discuss that later.
Hell yeah. And that could be actually part of the debate that you bring up. And the biomancers and the artificers are going to love that. Haru is lost in his own little world. Yeah,
I did not see you until now.
talking to Bill and the rest of the academy.
He was put in a location with pretty much infinite knowledge and infinite resources.
Mm-hmm.
I just couldn't see you until now, so.
Yeah. Okay. I imagine Scarlett's still learning all kinds of new fighting techniques while having her mental fight club with the other students.
And a lot of fun.
And a lot of fun. All that wrestling. Okay.
She just needs to think about interacting with it.
Yes, Rora is being introduced to the faculty. You will probably. Does Rora want to become like the official academy librarian, or does she want to teach specific subjects?
I mean, she would definitely work in the library. But if they need a teacher for something, she wouldn't mind teaching every now and again. But I am not muted. Thank God.
You're not muted.
I thought I was just talking to myself.
No. You're not muted.
But no, I think definitely her first passion would be the library, because just the amount of knowledge she could learn and the organizational, like, yeah, she would absolutely be lost in the library.
Not the same feather as you, the one that's...
In a good way, not like Aru's lost, where he's
I know what you mean.
a danger to
you could spend days in a library and be quite content. Yeah.
Yes. But she would also be more than willing to help out any of the other teachers or whatever if necessary. Because what good is having an encyclopedic knowledge if you never share it?
Mm-hmm. This is true. Okay. And you'd be introduced to faculty that teach various aspects of wizardry, including a pyromancer called Raph. Faculty that teach divine magic, and which introduces you to the winged elf you saw in the ceremony called Gabe. You've already met some of the bard or your fellow bardic teachers. There is a sorcery teacher, which is not so much about magic itself, but how to discipline and control the magic that flows through you. You know. There's even a warlock teacher that teaches basically how best to basically negotiation tactics and how to find and get a good deal from a patron, you know, since again it's not about learning the magic, it's because you get the magic from the patron, so it's about the art of the deal basically.
I bet you and me could have some fun talking, because I bet you got almost as silver a tongue as I do.
Well, we could certainly find out. Your place or mine, sugar tits.
Now. Don't get hasty. The sad thing is that, like, at some point she will admit that while her knowledge of stuff is great, her actual power is rather limited because not much hard.
Yes. Aye.
But yeah, but she's absolutely having a blast. Like, just she is definitely making herself at home, starting to joke with those teachers she can tell will take jokes, and acting in a very respectful, like the proper teacher to those. She can tell that is how she's going to be able to earn their respect the best. Just having a wonderful time, being in a place
that gets her.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Does everybody feel like they've had their say, had their chance to express what their characters are doing? Awesome. Mugs. Yeah. Now, obviously, since this place exists out of time and space, you could spend years in the academy and still rescue Diane, and it feels like less than a day has passed as far as Diane's concerned.
Why does everybody keep thinking he needs saving?
Well, not saving per se, but getting you from the necropolis and having you join the rest of the party, because there's not. Sorry?
He was also in the center of the multiplied earthquake.
No, he wasn't.
Do you honestly think he left the glyphs of warding set up where he would be trapped?
Oh yeah, he
wasn't going to be there when they went off. No. But yeah. He might even he might even have done it remotely in the first place.
Yeah, there's definitely other things going on.
What was I gonna do? Yeah. So if everyone's cool, we'll put a pin in it there, and perhaps you can discuss in the RP chat how you're gonna meet back up with Deanne. How you're gonna get Deanne to the academy with the rest of you.
Yeah. Also, where this campaign is going to go.
Wherever you want.
Yeah.
I guess we could still do the courier thing, or just go on our own little time adventures.
Anyway.
Yeah.
I hope you guys at home have enjoyed this as much as we enjoyed playing. If you do like our games and want to see more of them, you can explore the back catalogue. Or you can like and subscribe and hit the notification bell so you find out when more stuff is coming, or both. And you can even join our community in the description below. And if you're feeling super awesome, you can even become a emotional support goblin for just £5 a month. And it would really help me out, because we're not monetized at all. And in the meantime, no matter what role you play, have a good game.
Have a good game, potato.
Have a good game.